Bravo Echo Mike. EA3BEM calling CQ20 MI. W1 FMX. A very good evening to you. No, good evening, and thank you very much for give me a call. My handle is Miguel, MIGUEL, and actually I am in the country, more or less 2 hours driving from Barcelona. QSL. Okay, Bill, a fantastic copy as well. You're 5 and 9, loud and clear from Connecticut. I am in the country, in my second home. I'm using a very old radio, TS940S, like Exciter. I'm driving very softly and homemade amplifier through the state, pushing a very nice kilowatt into the antenna. Just 2 elements, wire beam is on a hex beam pointing to North America, present time. The antenna is on the roof, not too high, it's only 5.5 meters on the roof. And but the takeoff is very good over the USA. Well, back to you, W1 MFX, CA3 Bravo Echo Mike. No, it's Bravo Echo Mike, BEM.
Ja, Roger, okido. Mooi te horen, hè. Er is trouwens onlangs, ik geloof vorige week, nog een zo'n originele steek van Napoleon.
Correctly, 94 Golf. Your signal report is 5 and 5 in the moment, my friend, in the northwest of Spain. My name is Kevin, Kilo Echo, Victor India November, Roger.
Copia aquí, 5 sobre 5, 40 y 20 metros de altura, 1 kilovatio. 6 Papa Lima, CQ20 and listening.
Hola, Oscar November. I feel you very good. Okay, it's a good pleasure to me listening to you both again. We worked several times before, always on 20 meters. And you also arrived very good here. 5 and 9, 210 over is 9, David. Here running 1 kilowatt output. And the antenna is a 3 LME Yagi at 80 meters high. Fodex1, Whiskey Hotel, Echo Bravo 1 Delta Japan, come in.
Roger. EB1 Delta Japan, Forex1 Washington Honolulu.
Get a bit of an itch here now from that bloody fiberglass.
The log to look back at that because I use hammers, so it doesn't tell me how far.
A wire, yeah. I just looked you up too. We've talked. Let's see. That was last year.
Maybe not better than playing radio, but you don't make any dollars that way.
Lima X31 America Toronto Flight.
We're currently, our temperature is currently 66 degrees and whistle.
1 Bravo, hold.
Check in, over.
Dan tel ik 2x7 meter. U ligt op het balkonhek.
With the speaker inside, it's almost.
The only ones that will fight back.
My the Razorbacks, or what? They call them javelinas in Arizona. I don't know. Elliott Lake, Ontario. And we're probably 100 miles from Raleigh, straight west. Go like that, give you an idea.
Later in my career as Director of Engineering of a TV station in Hartford. Was 5 megawatt ERP, and by the way, your transmitter wasn't a megawatt. The transmitter was much less than that. This ERP is a megawatt. In our case, it was 5 megawatts. Transmitter was 220 kilowatts. But anyway, that tower was over 1,000 feet.
Foxtrot 2 Oscar. Kilowatt Foxtrot 2 Oscar. Kilowatt Foxtrot 2 Oscar.
Check out the AM there and see if I can hear you guys there on between 1 and 2 p.m. at 40 meters.
Bandwidth on that radio that you know of?
Well, you know, the preference would be, is that an older radio or a newer radio?
Checked in with me, John, and hopefully, God willing, we'll see you Monday on, Saturday's next. Don't forget.
Filtering equipment that I noticed anyway. I mean, pretty noticeable too. I got this thing set. Real quick question: what microphone are you using right now?
I'm using the stock mic, a little wired-in mic. It's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't need anything. That thing sounds fantastic.
Yeah, go for it. For $800, it's like a Christmas gift. I had no need for it whatsoever, but when I saw it was available for $800, I said, let me get a second radio. It'll be fun comparing the two.
Well, Gigaparts, and I think it's HRO. I think it's as low as $750 now. But that's going to end in a couple of days, I think. But I know that, and I don't want the speaker. That speaker deal that they got. It's the same radio. It's just and I don't care about that. You know, I got speakers here, and I just think it's a ripoff that way. But
it's a Radio Shack. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to say the only true half-wave center-fed vertical on the market today is produced by Sirio. They're like an Italian company there. And Eric had bought one years back, you know, for 10 meters. And it's truly it's truly center-fed. And I believe it's the only one, and him and I did multiple experiments. I had an extra Antron 99 laying around that I gave to him to use, and he hoisted that up in the tree, and we did ground wave DBM comparisons. And, you know, he was actually using the Serial 5/8, but it was also, I'm pretty sure the 5/8 wave was also center fed, even though it has some kind of matching network, of course. But lo and behold, you know, and he also had a center-fed homebrew dipole, vertical dipole that he constructed, and I have the prints. And he might have sent that to you. I feel like he sent that to you a while ago, trying to like lure you onto the you know, that section of the spectrum, if you remember correctly. Or either that, or I'm dreaming this whole thing up and none of this makes any sense to you. But anyway, yeah, it is always interesting. You know, you read the directions on these antennas and they're like, oh, you know, you set it up on this pipe and then, you know, you put it up 50 foot in the air and you're like, oh man, all the crap is off. You know, because of reactance and, you know, all that kind of stuff, which, you know, if you didn't have an antenna analyzer or something like that, like a little MFJ box, you know, you see the SWR and you don't really understand it. You know, you get more of that when you're dealing with like a open wire fed thing and the Johnson box and the, you know, everything, and you tune in the reactance out. You know, you kind of like learn the whole you know, kit and caboodle. When's the last time you heard kit and caboodle used on the air? I just did it right now and I marked the date and time. But no, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I feel like the Stereo half-wave vertical is probably the best, but you'd have to tune it. Because I think it's probably commercially made for 11, so you'd probably have to shorten the, you know, the element inside. But yeah, that's why what you were saying there was like, you know, it's funny, but it doesn't surprise me because over the years of farting around with that kind of stuff, it's, you know, it's crazy how you move things around and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, it's got a perfect match, you know, here or there, or, you know, or not here or there. You know, works great at home. You bring it up to the Catskills, you set it up on the same kind of thing, and you're like, what the frig? So, you know, it's because the aluminum shed is not upstate where it was in your backyard. You get that reactance, you know? So, anyway, funny stuff. N1VCG, KD2VRM.
So this half-wave vertical that you're talking about, I'm not familiar with that, but is that a coaxial antenna? Is that the kind where the basically the coax goes up through the bottom element and then attaches to the top the top of the bottom element and the bottom of the top element?
That is correct. Yeah, the Stereo SIRIO, Stereo half-wave. Is a center-fed vertical antenna, and it does have like a common mode choke at the bottom. I'd have to, you know, you'd have to look at the schematic and really see the meat and potatoes of it, so to speak. But it is one of the true halfway verticals, so it doesn't have that lossy matching section. Again, because the Antron 99, which is a half wave, and the IMAX 2000, which is a 5/8 wave, they're all theoretically end-fed antennas. So the half-wave Stereo vertical is a more efficient vertical antenna, you know, utilizing the same, you know, spectrum there.
Well, yes, those coaxial antennas do present a design challenge because you've got the coax, the feed line, going down through a radiating element. But the just to clarify, those are actually low impedance feed antennas, the coaxial antennas. The thing that I am working on is a end-fed half wave, but it is, well, all right, I just said it. It's an end-fed, so it's a voltage feed antenna. So it's basically the you have the 50 ohm feed point, and then that gets transformed up to let's say 5,000 ohms, for example, through an air core transformer, and then the top of that goes to a half wavelength radiating element, and then the bottom of the secondary of the transformer goes to like a 1.5 foot counterpoise. And it's amazing. What could a 1.5 foot do? It can do a lot as far as tuning the antenna. So that's it. But I do admit that feeding an antenna at a voltage loop, at a voltage peak point, does create issues, because now you have to mount it with high voltage porcelain insulators, because it's like you've got ridiculous amounts of voltage, not a lot of current, but you have tremendous amount of voltage. So if you put something like that outside, and and it's going to, you expect to use that when it's raining out and stuff, boy, those insulators better deal with rain real well, because again, it's high voltage, as opposed to like the the ground plane antennas, where you're feeding it at a very low voltage point, a low impedance point, and a high current point, and you can dump water and snow and all over that, and all that stuff all over the bottom of the antenna. It's really not going to do a whole lot about it, because the impedance is so low. Like the aluminum of the antenna is always going to conduct vastly more than any pooling rainwater or moisture or anything like that. Well, that's very different with a half wavelength end-fed antenna vertical. Feeding it at that high voltage point, because now the impedance is so high. Oh yeah, standing water and moisture and all that stuff actually does make a big difference. Anyway, I find that whole thing very interesting. And one BCG.
Yeah, it's basically like you have a 40,000 volt, XL ignition coil up there. What you're saying with the high voltage, section up there. I was trying to think of NGK, or I forget the other brand that used to make the high performance ignition products for your cars back in the day. But yeah, that's ultimately, let me try that one again. That's ultimately what you're saying. When you have the high voltage feed point there, you basically have a spark gap transmitter up at the feed point of the antenna. Good luck with rain and moisture.
Yeah, that's the thing. That it's got a fantastic radiation pattern, very low angle, and it's a very efficient antenna. But oof, yeah, if it rain, what makes it? I think it's best for things like temporary setups. So, for example, I think it would really shine with like an event like Parks on the Air or something, where or if you go hiking and stuff and you want to I'll imagine that. You want to just like throw the top end of the antenna up into a tree or something like that and have it hang down. It is not hard to find a branch, only 30 feet up or 25 feet up would be fine too. And just you could even throw a rock with a line on it, just to get hoist the antenna up, and it's very efficient. So and small, and there's nothing that weighs anything at all. It's the weight of wire. In this case, it's the weight of the pill container, just to hold the form, and the weight of a SO239 coax connector, and that's it. Coax sold separately. But what was I going to say? For Pete's sakes. Yeah, you said something which I thought was very interesting. Well, I'm sure I'll think of it the moment I unkey. And one BCG.
That's funny. I do that all the time. That's funny. Yeah, you're right. Like for a POTA in nice weather, you're going to be, or a soda, whatever. Not bubbly, not a bottle of bubbly, but the other soda, the TA. Yeah, you're going to be in nice weather. So like you said, that would be easy to erect. Nobody get excited. We're talking about antenna line here. Nothing else. Dirty minds. But yeah, no, yeah, it's all good stuff. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, so that's the deal. Well, alright, so you're farting around with 10, that's good. I gotta get something up in the air, I guess eventually. Again, I just, I'm not on the air as much, and I feel like as I get older and I got more things to do, 10, 15 years ago, I'd spend hours in the afternoon when nobody was home, and I'd be farting around doing stuff, and now I'm like, I have so many other things to do. It's like, you know, I try to weigh out the cost versus the return. You know, I'm like, I'm going to go through all this trouble. I'm going to get on the air. You know, maybe an hour a week. You know, so and then I discourage myself from doing stuff like that. You know, I still have other projects here that I have to get going, and you know, we got some new kittens last spring, and I just can't leave things laying around. So you know, it's just this ongoing. I guess it's called life, right? If I'm dead, I don't have to worry about this stuff. But there's just I don't know, just always something going on. So I don't know. N1BCG, KD2BRM.
WL7B. Good evening.
Wow, WL7B. Good afternoon.
Go ahead, Bruce, take it away. I'm going to get a brewski while you guys reacquaint yourselves. KD2BRM.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've talked to Clark on 40.
You know what? I'm sure that dinosaurs are warring on distant planets. Who knows what's going on, but why not?
Yeah, 40 is a good band. That was the band I started ham radio on. 40 meters CW in the afternoon, right after school. I even had 2 crystals for that big 6v6 hunk of a transmitter I built. I wish I still had it. I gave it away to somebody else who was starting off, but you know, I wish I still had it today, you know, 50 years later.
Well, you gotta play the hand you're dealt. How about that for a Las Vegas reference?
Oh, I know. Plus, I probably could never reproduce it today because, you know, how many tube TVs do you see on the side of the road that people are throwing out?
Oh my God, that was fantastic back in the day. You know, I was just the right age. I was in my late teens, early 20s. And just getting into like building transmitters and stuff like that, and it is amazing. It was right at the time that people were like starting to their televisions and start getting solid state ones. Man, those power transformers, that was just gold right there. Oh, the transformers and the sweep tubes. You know what? You can throw out everything else, but just give me the transformer and the sweep tubes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have a sweep tube, but I did upgrade to a 6L6 later on. Not to brag or anything, Clark. N1BCG, WL7B. So, brewski. Well, I've got a half a cup of black coffee I heated up, so I'm sipping on that, debating whether I want to venture out to Walmart. I don't know. It's dangerous in Walmart. Especially with the Christmas shoppers and everything else, you know. So.
Catch me over there. Or if you don't catch me there, you'll catch me on 28483 around 9 a.m. Alabama time. And I've usually got the antenna pointed out toward Africa at that time. I'm usually working the guys down in the South Africa, Madagascar, Reunion Island, out into there, Tanzania. There's a couple of guys that hang around. They're coming in from Uganda. And,
Okay, Kilo Charlie 1, Quebec, India Alpha. Good evening. This is Charlie Tango 1 Echo Hotel India. Good afternoon to you guys. You're booming also, Brian. You're 5 and 9 also. Some phasing a little sometime, but you're booming also here. My name is Marcos. Kitty H. It's near Fire in south of Fulfield. You're Birmingham, so 5 and 9. Kilo Charlie 1, Queen Italy Alpha. Charlie Tango 1, Echo Hotel India. Go ahead, Brian. Yeah, beautiful copy. You know, 99% the people kind of working using G5 RVs and a kilowatt. And you up to a 5 and 9. Beautiful copy anyway. And the last one using some Vertigo. It's beautiful. The one it's incredibly open anyway. Okay, Brian, I'm using FTDX 9000D, running a kilowatt or so, maybe about 1.2, 1.3. A Meditron 1200X. The hunting is high gain, it's a TH11DX, 4 elements active, and I'm using M1 mic anyway. About 22 past 18 and 11 Celsius in this evening here. Kilo Charlie 1, Queen Italy Alpha, Charlie Tango 1, Echo Hotel India.
Probably a 9x40 or 9x50, and put on that thing and sight it in, and you will enjoy target practicing with that thing without your neighbors going crazy. I'll catch up with you. I'll check my emails. We'll stay in touch. KB2LKH, KC5SCK. Best of wishes, 73.
Tango, your signal is 5-7 into North Louisiana, United States.
Excellent audio into Mobile Bay, Alabama. Name here is Jonathan Nova. Tuesday 7. Goodbye. Okay, thanks. This is TI2 Triple Victor Georgia DX.
Kilo November 4, Mike X-Ray Zulu.
This is Tango, India 2 Victor 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 TI2 Victor 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 TX.
Kilo November 4, Mike X-Ray Zulu.
Okay. Whiskey Bravo 3 Sierra Romeo Charlie 59. Okay, QSL, my friend. Thank you. 73, Whiskey Bravo 3 Sierra Charlie and Sierra Romeo Charlie. Bye-bye.
Kilo
This is TI2 Victor 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 Security X.
Kilo November 4, Mike X-Ray Zulu.
Get on your zip right there, brother. Have a great weekend. 7-3. This is Victor Alpha 7. Bravo. Yeah, thank you. On it. Number 5. Victor Echo 4. Hopefully everything gets Victor Echo 4. I don't usually get that at home.
Kilo Echo 4, Oscar Papa India.
America Hotel.
Kilo 7, Mike Bravo Foxtrot.
Kilo Charlie 0 Zulu X-Ray Zulu.
Kilo Echo 4, Oscar Papa India.
For ready.
A period correct scope for that rifle. I have it here. That
For radio, QSL, my friend, your signal is very strong. 5-9 plus 10. 5-9 plus 10 is your signal is very strong from the northwest of Spain, my friend. My name is Kevin, Kilo Echo, Victor India, November.
Okay, real fine, Kevin. Echo Alpha 1, Foxtrot Juliet X-Ray. Here is Kilowatt Zulu for Romeo returning. Real fine, good evening to you. Your signal report is 5959. Good signal into the state of North Carolina. My name is Larry. Go ahead.
Okay, QSL, Larry, QSL. My QTX in the northwest of Spain, my friend.
I hadn't talked to you in a while, but good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Don.
Yeah, thank you very much. A lot of QRM. Fox Mike 8, Quebec Romeo. Fox Mike 8, Quebec Romeo. This is Whiskey America number 2, Bravo Juliet November. My name is Richard. Located in the state of North Carolina, November Charlie, North Carolina. In the clear, you are 5 by 7. 5 by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do you copy, please? Fox Mike 8, Quebec Romeo. Whiskey America 2, Bravo Juliet November. Over.
CQDX, Papa Yankee 4, Juliet Washington, QRZ. Hello CQDX, hello CQ Delta X-Ray, Papa Yankee number 4, Juliet Whiskey, QRZ. Hello CQDX, CQ Delta X-Ray, Papa Yankee 4, Juliet Whiskey, QRZ. Lee McQueen, hello David, your report is 59.
No doubt, very big freezing is nowhere. Okay, Megan, thanks for the QSL and I wish you a happy Christmas holiday season. Is it okay, EV1DJ, over?
Echo Bravo 1, Delta Japan from Alpha Echo 0, Kilo Mike. Okay, very fine, Alex. Happy holiday season to you as well there. Stay safe, and it's been a pleasure chatting with you again. With that, I'll pass on my 7-3s. Echo Bravo 1, Delta Juliet from Alpha Echo 0, Kilo Mike, 7-3s.
Yeah, QSL, okay, thank you very much, and...
Victor Tango, India 2, Victor Tango, India 2, Victor, Security X. Security X, Tango, India 2, Victor Tango, India 2, Victor Tango, India 2, Victor Tango, India 2, Victor, calling Security X. Security X, Q20, Tango, Victor, India 2, Victor, Tango, Italy 2, Victor, Security X, Tango, India 2, Victor, Security X.
November 1, Mike Juliet Foxtrot.
Juliet Foxtrot, 59.
Thank you. You are also 59, 5 by 9. Name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango, and I'm in the state of Rhode Island, Romeo, India.
USL, Matt, the name is Victor, okay, Matt? Nice to meet you, my friend. Thank you, 73.
Best 73s to you.
Okay. triple Victor, TI2 Victor, 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 Security X. CQ. Kilo Victor 4 Charlie Quebec at 59.
Mucho mejor de la propia in Victor Echo, QSL.
Oh yeah, and also the weather, much warmer for sure. 7-3, enjoy the pilot, 7-3.
Gracias, 73, hasta pronto.
Echo Alpha 8, please listen for the Echo Alpha 8 station. There is an Echo Alpha 8 Charlie Whiskey Alpha calling you for a long time.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we have a little bit of QRM. I will listen. Echo Alpha 8, adelante.
You know, we're building the rotatable 40. I think you had commented on.
Gente por aquí. Después hágame una grabación ahí para ver el nivel de ruido que hay allá ahora.
All right, your signal is 5-9. We're transmitting from Mississippi State University.
Oklahoma. Do you need anything from me? I'm just coming back to your call. Over.
Just the state. That works great.
Roger. You're 5-9, 10 over here.
Juliet.
Repeat that again, please.
Alpha Charlie 4, Lima Juliet. Hotel. India Uniform 1, Fox November Hotel, calling the access.
And hope the weather clears up a bit soon. 73.
Uniforme 2, Romeo Oscar Golf. India Uniforme 2, Romeo Oscar Golf, 620.
Hay más personas por aquí que quieren seguir.
Alpha Charlie 1 Kilo, 59 UARK, go ahead.
You can get that award.
November Hotel, India Uniform 1, Fox November Hotel, calling the access.
Repeat that again, please. Sorry.
5-9 and the state of Texas. Longhorns, baby. The state of Texas, over.
All right, got that loud and clear. Have a good evening.
All right, you have a good evening also. W5HL.
Kilo India 7 Whiskey India Bravo for W5 Line Delta.
Cool. Just driving down the road, over.
Oh, that's fine.
Ahora le paso el cambio a la siguiente estación.
This is Italy 5 Charlie Tango Echo, front and clear. Okay, good night. What a big signal, man. You hung in here at 5 to 10.
07 Papa Sierra Juliet. Juliet Golf 7 Papa Sierra Juliet.
Okay. Juliet Golf 7 Papa Sierra.
Signal 7-3. That's perfect. That's what you want. 7-3.
Italy Zulu 0.
Italy Zulu 0. Avanti.
Okay, Italia Zulu 0. Charlie, Victoria, Florida. Max, again. Over.
Roger, Roger, Italy Zulu 0, Charlie Victor 5, grazie per new band, 5-9.
5-9, Santo Domingo, ok?
Sì, QSL, io non vai inoltre QTH.
Ok, thanks a lot, ciao.
Ciao, ci sentiamo, QZ.
Italia Whiskey 0.
Victor Alpha 2, Victor Alpha 2, Germany Kilowatt, 5-9, Oliver. Yeah, you're welcome, you're welcome. I told you I'd get you before long, over. Yeah, 15 conditions haven't been very good every time I've tried it, but we'll try on 15 tomorrow, and if we don't make it, we're going to make a sked, over.
Okay, very good. Enjoy the opening. Enjoy the station, most of all.
I'm just waiting for Rigo venga cortando la pelo. Yo estoy esperando aquí. Okay, 7-3, see you later, Oliver. Yeah, thank you, always a pleasure. VA2, Golf Kilo, from Hotel India 8/VE3, Mike Zulu Delta, QRZ.
Whiskey 4, Alpha India.
Charlie 4.
Delta Charlie 4, Papa Alpha Bravo D4 PAD.
Roger, Delta Charlie 4, Papa Alpha Bravo, 5 and 9.
Yeah, thanks for the 5 and 9. You're also 5 and 9. Great signal here in the southwest part of Germany. My name is Volker Victor, Oscar Lima, Kilo Echo Romeo. Back to you.
Roger, great signal into the Dominican Republic this evening, Volker. Name here is Mike. Mike India Kilo Echo 7-3, and good luck, over.
Italia Whiskey 0. Echo Alpha, Italy November. Italy Whiskey.
Yeah, thank you. 7-3, all the best.
Italy Whiskey 0.
Yeah, Charlie Tango 1.
Echo Alpha, Italy November.
Charlie Tango 1, India, Quebec, India. You're 5 and 9.
Yeah, thank you very much, and very nice to make acquaintance here between Portugal and Dominican Republic, and also your report 5 and 9, a booming signal, over.
Yeah, thank you, Martinez. We're trying our best, and nice to hear you. Thanks for the call from Portugal this evening. Name's Mike India Kilo Echo, and QTH is Santo Domingo. 7-3, and have a good evening, over.
Echo Alpha, Italia Whiskey 0, Alpha Zulu Sierra, Whiskey 0.
Many people calling. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Good DX. QRZ.
November, Echo Alpha, Italy November. Italia Whiskey 0, Alpha Zulu Sierra.
Italia Whiskey 0.
Italia Whiskey 0, Alpha Zulu Sierra, Roger.
Roger, Italia Whiskey 0, Oscar Zulu Sugar, 5-9, buonasera.
Buonasera, Alpha Zulu Sierra, Alpha, buonasera, 5-9. Italia Whiskey 0, Alpha Zulu Sierra, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, Sandro, Italy Whiskey 0, Alpha Zulu Sugar, 5-9, grazie.
Roger, 5-9,
ciao, un abbraccio, buonanotte, ciao.
Lima Zulu Sugar.
Lima Zulu Sugar.
Italy Uniform 2, Lima Zulu Sugar. Good afternoon.
Yeah, buonasera, Davide, Italy Uniform 2, Lima Zulu Sugar, 5-9.
5-9 più 10, Mike, very strong, what's up?
Sì, molte grazie, io guardo radio in questo momento, 5-9 più 20, ciao.
Echo Alpha, Italy November, Echo Alpha, Italy November.
Here is Hotel India 8/Victor Echo 3, Mike Zulu Delta.
Echo Alpha, Italy November, Echo Alpha, Italy November.
Ciao, 5-9. Yeah, ciao, Victor Echo 3, Delta India Golf. How you doing, my old friend?
Echo Alpha, Italy November, Echo Alpha, Italy November.
Yeah, we're just relaxing, chilling, doing a bit of the radio. I better watch it now because the station manager's just come into the shack, over.
Echo Alpha, Ita November.
Yeah, QSL, you're very strong. You're about 20 over, Chaz, anyway, yeah. How's that antenna controller working out for you? Yeah, it's very nice indeed. Nice to hear you anyway. I've just moved on to 20 meters and the pile-up's a bit crazy. Yeah. All right, Chaz, I wish you 73 and I'll take a few more callers before we have to go QRT. The boss is giving me a signal. Victor Echo 3, Delta India Golf, Hotel India 8/VE3MZD, over.
On a few bands on maybe digital or SSD. Take care, my friend. Have yourself a good time.
Okay, 7-3. Thanks a lot, Chaz. We'll see you later, 7-3.
Kilo 0, Bravo, India Fox. IK0, BIF, QSL. India station from Italy, Kilo 0, Bravo, India Fox, IK0, BIF, QSL.
November 1, Mike Juliet Foxtrot.
Italy, Kilo 0, Bravo, India Fox. Italy, Kilo number 0, Baltimore, Indiana, Florida, QSL.
Germany, Galaxy Dakota, back to you. El abuelo se percata.
Report 59 from Costa Rica. The name is Victor. The name is Victor, okay? Thanks for the contact, 73, Delta Charlie 4, Papa.
Muchos años. Y muchos correos electrónicos intercambiados.
Alpha, Zulu, Sierra.
Yankee Sierra 1, Zulu.
Echo X-Ray 0, Echo Tango. A friend of mine who's in the country, I set up a schedule.
CQ20 meter. This is Italy, Zulu 0, India, Juliet Foxtrot. CQ20 meter, over.
Ma tu l'hai sentito quel microfono in azione, Dario?
Ma io ce l'ho avuto quello lì, io ho avuto lo stesso che vedi lì, la versione Gold, quella praticamente che hanno tirato fuori a numero limitato, mi ricordo che era il 60° anno della IESO, qualcosa del genere. Ma non vorrei dire cavolate, non so se era il centenario o il 60°, qualcosa del genere. Quindi era identico a quello, solo che aveva la ghiera dorata, ecco qua. Ce l'ho avuto per 3-4 mesi, l'ho provato un po' con tutti gli apparati, l'ho provato col 5000, all'epoca avevo il 5000, l'ho provato sul 10, andava molto bene, l'ho provato sul 7003,
Te lo retornamos para ti, para todos los tuyos.
No, ma diciamo è un ottimo microfono, è un pochino troppo costoso, per quello che...
Very poor conditions,
CQ Delta X-ray, CQ Delta X-ray. This is S4, DPU, November 4, Delta Papa Uniform, calling CQ Delta X-ray, sending back for call.
And she... Echo Alpha?
Echo Alpha 4, Hotel Whiskey Oscar.
Okay, Echo Alpha 4, Hotel Whiskey Oscar, 59?
59 for you, my friend. My name is Alex. Is QSL?
QSL, Alex. Thank you, my friend. Papa Yankee 4, Japan Whiskey. Kilo that? Okay, Italy Zulu 1, Golf Lima Tango, 5 hours. Obrigado, Bruno. Papa Yankee 4, Japano Whiskey, yours that? November 8th? And Norway 8, Italy, Florida, 59. Yes, sir, my friend, thank you. Papa Yankee 4, Japano Whiskey, yours that?
November Charlie 4, Alpha Lima.
Echo Alpha 3, Italy.
Italy Kilo Oscar.
Okay, Italy Kilo Oscar, 59.
Okay, 5758. Thank you, 73.
Okay, thank you. Papa Yankee 4, Japano Whiskey, yours that?
November Charlie 4, Alpha Lima.
November Charlie 4, November Charlie 4.
November Charlie 4, Alpha Lima.
Okay, Norway Charlie 4, Alpha Lima, 59.
USL, you're 59, North Carolina.
Okay, my friend, thank you. Papa Yankee 4, Japan Whiskey, yours that?
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Zulu Delta.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike. Okay, Kilo Oscar 4, Romeo Delta Bravo, Roger. Over, my friend, is correct. You call Kilo Oscar 4 Radio Delta Bravo, is correct? Over, perfect. Whiskey 2 Radio Delta Bravo. Hello, hey. Okay, perfect. 59 Ocean. Thank you, my friend. Over, my friend. Thank you very much. 73. Over, my friend, thank you. Papa Yankee 4, Japan, Washington, Kilo that?
Oscar 4, Mike Zulu Delta.
November.
Whiskey 9, Bravo Delta, November, 59.
Kilo Cell, you're also 5 and 9 into Illinois. Good signal.
Okay, my friend, thank you. 73.
Obrigado.
Again? Florida, Mexico 5, Florida Echo, 5 and 9. Perfect, my friend, done. 73, thank you. Papa Yankee 4, Juliet, Washington, yours that?
November 1, Mike Juliet, Foxtrot.
Roger, Roger. This is Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Zulu Delta, Wilmington, North Carolina. You're 5'9".
Okay, my friend, Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Sugar Delta, is correct?
Negative, Mike Zulu Delta, Mike Zebra Delta.
Okay, Mike Zebra Delta, perfect, my friend. Ocean 5 and 9 in Brazil, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the 5'9", Brazil, 73.
Okay, thank you. Papa Yankee 4, Japan Whiskey, yours that?
November 1, Mike Juliet, Foxtrot.
Juliet, Victor United. Kilo Charlie 3, Juliet, Victor United, 59. Over, my friend, thank you. Papa Yankee 4, Japan Whiskey, yours that?
Italy, Kilo 0, Bravo, India Fox, IK 0, PIS, okay, sir? Italy, Kilo 0, Bravo, India Fox. Papa Yankee Station from Italy.
חדי כן, אני לא עושה חשבון לאף אחד, אני אומר מה שאני חושב. אז תקרא את זה.
You're 5'9", Orlando.
Q, 20 meters, CQCQ, Whiskey 4 kilowatt, Whiskey Sierra, calling CQCQ and standing by.
2010 Ultra Classic, and she was riding a 15 Road Glide.
Alpha 3, Hotel Uniform Yankee.
对于热爱中国传统文化、喜欢摄影和绘画的郭小林来说，来到了三台小镇，他非常。
And replaced a couple parts and put the gas discharge tubes in and put the old tubes back in and it fired up.
Why are you doing this? You don't have to do it. I just gotta get her done.
Because that's a mess.
And everything wiggle around quite a bit like there's something might be loose up there.
No, it may be a piece of equipment in between it.
I don't think that's overwear.
Why does that steak smell like crap?
Didn't do too much today. I did stain some trim. We're in the midst.
Well. This thing started Kilo 3 Hotel India Papa. Joshua, are you your new tornado?
That as well. All right, got a cold coming on. Sorry to hear about that, and hopefully you'll get through that quickly. And the old bodily systems are working and repelling that, and in short order, one would hope. All right, chicken ramen noodles. I think you said shrimp as well. Chicken and/or shrimp.
Bunny rabbit, I swear to God, it's funny. I saw him.
Especially, everyone in the city. So yeah, and then they give you those tests. Those tests are good for nothing. You take one, it's positive. You take it again, it's negative. Take it again, it's positive.
Well, that's what happened to me last Saturday. Kathy gave me the test at home, and I was positive, and then I went to urgent care, and they did the PCR test, but they gave me the rapid test also, and their rapid test was negative. And I didn't get the PCR results until Monday, so I figured, if anything, maybe the test Kathy had was wrong, but it turned out hers was right, and the rapid test urgent care gave me was wrong, and the PCR was positive.
Well, they amp up that PCR. They could find COVID on the moon.
You know the moon is hollow?
You still on that one, Blaine?
We're watching a lot of YouTube.
In the world. Yeah, I know. I heard you talking about that last time. I was shaking my head a little bit.
But they did put seismic measuring devices on the moon, and when they launched, the moon did ring for like a good hour, and that is documented by NASA. So I just found that curious.
Well, did anybody answer it? Yeah, I'm reading that they want to go back to the moon. NASA's all gung-ho, a couple of years.
There's nothing on there, unless you can get inside of it. It's a giant spaceship.
Ooh, can I pick who goes, and do they have to come back?
See, my argument for the hollow moon thing would be, if it was hollow, then how would it have enough mass to affect our tides? See? So it's got to be a solid mass, otherwise it wouldn't have the gravitational pull to change our tides.
That's right.
I think we should get a grassroots effort together to try to get the moon to spin. It spins at a synchronous rate with the Earth, so we always see the same side of the moon. Wouldn't it be great if we could, they could change it up a little bit and see some different craters?
So if you get it spinning fast enough and plant different colored lights all over, it'd be like a giant disco ball in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, what could go wrong? Some big rockets, start that thing spinning a little faster.
How many rockets would it take?
I don't know. Ask Elon Musk.
No, you'd need to get Christopher Reeves to fly around the moon backwards to make it go back in time and spin in the opposite direction.
The one thing that concerns me is the plans for blowing up asteroids when they get close, or comets when they get close to the Earth. Like, I hope somebody's double-checking the math when it comes to trajectory.
If you're going to blow it up, you better blow it up way before it even gets near us.
Can you imagine that? It's like, well, this one's getting pretty close, so we're going to blow it up just to be certain. And then, the next day they come back and they're like, oh, we got some bad news. Now it's headed straight for us.
Instead of one big rock, there's millions of big rocks. And they'll just come flying down everywhere. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to happen again. We're going to get hit with something. It's happened before in the past. It'll happen again.
And, we were talking about how SETI is a scam, W2PHL. I know they're trying hard to identify all these rocks that are flying out there, but it's crazy how you'll read in the paper, all of a sudden something appears, and it's like, an asteroid the size of Rhode Island just passed by a couple of days ago, came out of nowhere. It's like somebody missed that one. Yeah, that was that movie with Bruce Willis and Steve Buscemi and who else? Liv Tyler. And I can't remember the name, where they go to the asteroid to blow it up. Remember that one? And then it breaks into all these pieces.
Yeah, what was that? What was that called? Asteroid? I don't know, I forget. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. What happened is astronomers, they started looking at all these deep space objects, and they stopped looking for, stuff closer in. That's why most of the comets, new comets that get discovered, are discovered by amateurs.
Yeah, I guess you have to live in a really remote place to be able to get that done. But yeah, it's got to be cool. I still have my telescope from when I was a kid, but we had a couple of mobile homes on like 11 acres, my grandfather's property, rural Connecticut, like nothing around. And when you shut the lights off, it was dark. There was no other glow, and man, you could see the sky was amazing to look at. Yeah, it's tough to see that unless you're like way out in the woods somewhere now. There's always a lot of ambient light around.
And I'll never forget, I saw Comet Hyakutake when it came around, and that was one that just snuck up on everybody. And it didn't make the news, and it was just kind of an unexpected apparition, and it was spectacular. It was a naked-eye comet that covered 25 degrees of the sky. It was huge, bright. I'll never forget seeing it. And there was very little news about it. Very little at all. Just a magnificent apparition. And it just goes to show, how few people actually even look up at the sky at night. I was living in Woodbridge at the time, which has got significant light pollution, and this comet was unmistakable. It was huge, covered a huge swath of the sky. And I asked people about it. Hey, did you see the comet? Did you see the comet? What comet? Usually Sky and Telescope is all over stuff like that. They'll talk about a comet to death, a year before it shows up. But this one, it just kind of snuck up on us. It was discovered by an amateur using a pair of 6-inch binoculars, which turns out is ideal for sweeping up comets. KM4XG at top of the hour.
W2PHL. Well, yeah, the eclipse. The eclipse is like the great white shark of solar events. It's like, and remember in Jaws when the mayor's like you yell barracuda, everyone's like, what? You yell shark, everyone pays attention. That's like the eclipse. They'll be talking about it for weeks. But the other stuff, asteroids and comets and stuff, and nobody pays attention.
So where did Clark go?
Who's got what planned for the weekend?
Well, I'm just going to sign out. Sorry, George. Yeah, we're going out to dinner and a show. So catch you guys later. 7-3. Jim and Clark might be lurking, and George and Bruce, and who else was there? Steve and Blaine. Catch you guys, and Charlie. I'm like Bob McAllister on Wonderama looking through my magic mirror. I think I got everybody. See you later.
All right, Phil.
See you later, Phil.
Have a good time out with Jen. Tell her we said hi.
Oh, and I forgot Frank and Dave. I think that's everybody. See you later.
That was easy.
I'm going to step away for a bit myself because it's getting eating time. I'll be back in a bit and we'll GTU.
Yeah, I guess I should. Kathy's working late. I have to call her and see if she thinks she'll be home for dinner, and if not, I'm going to go ahead and eat. So I'll say 7-3 all around to everyone as well. I'll just take what Phil said and say what he said. 7-3, and maybe we'll catch you later. N2LJO.
Good idea. Something different. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, get some shrimp in. That way you do some surf and turf.
I still hear a little bit of rat, but certainly readable. There's no problem.
November. Off the tree.
Not much going on. I guess Sunday evening, those in higher elevations, especially north of the capital region, could see some up to 4 inches of wet snow. So if you're up there, be careful. Other than that, there's ARRL CW 160.
That would destroy me because I would just do it so good.
Not much in the recipe, this one. I'll pull a few more.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, what?
Yeah, your low tide tomorrow morning is 7:50 a.m.
No, so what is...
WLLM.
NAVGA.
KLET.
This is my tie. Lunch for 5 was $400.
Oh my.
Was helping me here with some health stuff, and it's getting better and better. Thank you.
WTJ for ID, and yeah, I sold an Anon 7000 to another ham. Yeah. Well, very AM. It sounds like you really know your stuff there, and you got great pipes for the air too, and beautiful audio, Ed. So. A lot of people have some pretty interesting stories here. Back to you.
The other thing I was going to mention is, so all those old catalogs that like you were looking at with the flashlight and all that, and I was perusing some field and all that. My dad never threw any of them out. So he had stacks of old catalogs downstairs.
Oh man! You can make a Thanksgiving dinner for under $8. You know, you buy the little tin of turkey, and you get a little 99-cent bag of baby carrots and Idahoan potatoes. They cost like 79 cents, and there you go, man. Dinner for two. Well, I gotta admit, I'm more of a Hungry Jack guy, and I do like them.
You get yourself a can of Spam. You crack that open, and you rinse off all the gelatin, nasty stuff, gelatin. Then you scoop out the middle, throw it away. Stuff it with sardines. Bake that sucker at 350 for an hour and a half, and you've never smelled such a stench.
Yeah, what do you do with it then? You throw it in the neighbor's yard that you hate?
You know, come to think of it, that's pretty cool, but I don't have any hate. The neighbors I hate are like 30 miles away. What's the distance on the trebuchet?
Yeah, I was going to wonder. I was wondering if that was the Cannon fire.
I had a great Thanksgiving. It was just me. Everybody else was in South Carolina. I refused to go because I just got back from Oz. I'd be damned if I ever live out of a box again. So I stood my ground, and the Thanksgiving dinner here was pretty good, man. I had a really juicy steak, cooked perfectly, pan-fried, with assorted vegetables and whatnot, and no cranberry sauce. And yeah, a wonderful time was held by all. I'm not sure. I either got on the air or I stayed up late listening to Pirates, but I walked away from it feeling satisfied, even though I don't have buckles on my shoes.
Damn, you were 40 over. That salt estuary's working.
No, smells right.
Y lo pruebas nada más en 80 a ver qué pasa.
Cuando tramite.
What God, he'd have to sign it. He goes, what the hell did you do? Go to school to eat your lunch?
My memory of my old man was a smack to the back of the head saying, this is for nothing. Wait until you do something.
I was afraid wait till your father gets home. So that gave you another hour to be frightful before you got an ass whooping.
Over. Yeah, the order's been placed already. I know that. Yeah, absolutely. All right, 7-3, closing down. KW6LA.
Oh, that's fine, copy. Very good. Okay, Jack. Thank you.
Telegrafía, mucha actividad. Pues aquí andamos en el chat. Mira, acabamos de terminar.
Para toda la familia. Diga. So I'm still gonna. What you're saying is when you touch that, it's not releasing for 3 seconds?
That's right. Bye. QRZ. This is Echo Alpha 3, Hotel Uniform Yankee. Hotel Uniform Yankee. Echo Alpha 3. Hotel Uniform Yankee calling CQDX. CQDX. From Echo Alpha 3. Hotel Uniform Yankee. Echo
a can for sodium soup.
Clam chowder is easy to make. Some, whatever you're going to use, some pork.
And that's the county or something. I think I've heard him mention that. Yep, very good. And wow, yeah, pizza. I like the New York style pizza. Whenever I'm in New York City, Manhattan, I love hitting those pizza joints. If it's anything, like even walking down the street with my wife, I see a pizza stand, I'll grab a slice, and then maybe an hour later we'll still walking around, another place, let me try their slice. And so do like that. There's only one or two places around me here locally that, you know, claim to be New York style that are actually New York style, in my opinion. So I'm lucky to have a couple of them close by, but anyhow, yeah, my dad had a Hallicrafters SX100 that he told me, I think it took him, I think it was like a month's paycheck. I mean, he had to save for it, of course, but I think, I mean, he was like, you know, married, had kids. It was equivalent to something astronomical, you know, that he bought. And, you know, it was big money back then, at least, you know, compared to your salary and all that, because my parents' first mortgage was $57 a month, he told me. And actually found when Mom passed, after Dad passed, and gone through old papers and stuff, I found my mom had saved everything, paperwork, and I found some like mortgage statements and checks that they paid back then for $57 a month for their mortgage payment. Heck, I pay more than that for a tank of gas these days in my pickup truck. So, wow. So yeah, real good there. And good on getting out of the apartment, and I guess the house, you can put the antennas up. I'm running I just got I'm on a coax-fed 40-meter dipole, coax-fed 80-meter dipole, a 2-meter vertical. I have a 10-meter vertical that can go up very quickly. I have a 6-meter antenna can go up very quickly, but mainly 240 and 80. What I have here, don't have a very big lot, but enough to squeak an antenna in there, at least for this band. So I wonder where. So I'm running about 238 watt carrier here, Gordon. I just want to do a little test here. You might be hearing some noise in the background. I see it on the scope. I'm running a washing machine here. Well, a washing machine's running in the background, so I see it modulating the scope a little bit. But I'm going to turn my carrier down a little bit here. I just want to do a test. So that's 238 watts. Hello, radio. That's 150 watts there. 150 watts carrier. Just wondering if you see any signal strength difference there. And on this SP600, which has a really weird meter because it goes up to 100 dB. It says a dB from 1 microvolt, it goes to 100. You're up there like 20, 30, which is I think the strongest I've ever seen anybody at like 40 on this thing. So you have a good signal here. And just recap what you're running there. And the other thing I wanted to ask you, let me turn the power back up. The other thing I wanted to ask you about is, I know on the eBay, I don't know if you sold that on eBay or whatever, but I know on eBay they're talking about, well, I know they instituted taxes now. It used to be like pretty high limit. You had to sell like $10,000 of stuff before they taxed. Now I heard it's like $600. After that they start taxing you. So anyway. I wonder if you know anything about that. W2GOR from KA3PTX.
All right, KA3PTX, W2 Good Old Radio. Taxing, meaning that they're charging me and then they'll pay the government on my behalf? Or are they reporting it to the government, you know?
Reporting it to the government, because as an eBay seller, like last year, January 1st, I believe, they made, if I wanted to continue being a seller, I mean, I'm not a big seller, I just sell stuff, you know, here and there, but, you know, it's not my business to sell stuff on eBay, but they wanted a Social Security number and all that, so because they were going to, you know, they're going to send you a 1099 form, and you're going to pay tax on what you're selling on eBay if it exceeds $600 total. Pretty soon they'll be coming around your garage sales looking for taxes and stuff. Anyway, that's why I was just wondered. I haven't really researched it that much. I'm not selling a lot of stuff on eBay or anything, but I just wondered if you knew anything about that.
No, I didn't hear anything about that, although that's the direction. You know, it seems the administration hates people to have any money. I don't know. Don't want to get political, but I will say that still doesn't mean, if I understand it correctly, that we would be taxed, because if they're just reporting it like 1099 income, if I paid $3,000 for an Anon and I sold it for $2,000, yes, it'll get reported, but I can on my tax return show that I lost money. So even without them reporting it, technically we're all supposed to do that if we're making a profit. Most of us are not. If someone has an eBay store, not that I'm saying I'm attacking anybody with an eBay store, but technically you would pay your taxes like any other business, like if you had a store. So, but for someone who is selling something to buy something else, and they're not necessarily making money and it's not their main business, or not a business, then there's no way that they can really tell somebody to pay any taxes unless there's a gain. Anyway, if that makes any sense. Over.
Yeah, it does, Gordon. A bit of sense, yeah. I just have to look into a little bit more. Because if the federal government sends you a 1099 form, and if you're using programs like TurboTax and stuff like that, they want you to enter, your 1099, which is like, I think that's sort of, the same, isn't that the same form that you use for interest income? And I don't know if there's any, place in there that you put the loss in. Anyway, we're not gonna get into a big tax conversation unless a tax consultant jumps in here. But anyway, yeah, just I see your point, and yeah. Well, I know one time W2GOR and KA3PTX for ID, it was one time at the Timonium Ham Fest, which was a ham fest in Maryland. They were talking about, I don't think they ever did it, having passing out tax forms to the tailgaters, and you had to fill out what you sold. And it was ridiculous, and I don't think it ever happened. But yeah, I know what you mean. People always have the government always has their hand out for some extra money. But death and taxes, right? That's what we got to deal with. Guaranteed. So, are you still in the recording and business and sound engineering business? I'm retired here. Retired right before COVID. So, anyhow, doing some part-time consulting work, but not working full-time anymore. So, got plenty of time to fiddle around with stuff around the house here and radios and other projects. W2GOR from KA3 PTX. And was there any noticeable difference when I ran the 238 watts versus 150 watts?
Oh, yeah, well, there was QSB, and it would have to be a few times and an average and all that, so I honestly couldn't tell. But readability and signal to noise, I could not tell. It looked great. Excuse me, and sounded great. I'm sorry, there was a QSB dive with... excuse me. Sorry about that. There was a QSB dive, and it was just like double side bed. What business were you in?
Oh, before I retired, you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished out my career in an RF microwave lab, working for a corporation, electronic materials testing, characterization, stuff like that. So, playing around with that kind of stuff. But a lot of stuff was way up high in the gigahertz region, up to 60, 70 gigahertz stuff. But we did get into some low frequency stuff too. But anyway, that's what I was doing.
Oh wow, that's pretty interesting. A lot of people on ham radio, especially AM, I noticed, have had some kind of, I'd say most, have had some kind of technical career, either broadcasting or engineering or software, you know. I'm one of the few that isn't. Pretty much I've been a recording artist since the late 70s. Had a decent following. Changed the name once. Now the following's dwindled down to 150,000 fans. It was much higher in the 80s. And R&B and then jazzy stuff in the last 10-15 years. Very hard to make a living that way these days, as I'm sure you know. So, anyway, so I've had to produce other people, do some elaborate mixing through my analog console, API console, then got into mastering just to make a living and put that food on the table. So kind of became, not that I wanted to, but became a jack of all trades with it, you know, just to bring in some money for the kids and stuff.
I'm sure there's a story.
Well, it's documented in some New Jersey court somewhere. But,
I just.
Also, Doug, that IP address you're seeing in there, it shouldn't start with a 192. It's got to start with an outside IP address. I'll show you. I'll send you another shot of that.
I'm here, KB2UK. Let me see what you got. Yeah, see, that's what I'm not getting. I'm not getting that bottom picture where it says interface is up. That's what I'm not getting. So I'm doing something wrong.
Well, you see that right there? That IP address? That's not a local IP address. That's the IP address on the LAN. WAN, Wide Area Network. It's on the outside. You know, the outside of your house. Outside, the other side of your modem, that's an IP address for out there. That's not a local IP address. If you see 192, then it's not hooked up right. It's not getting an IP address.
So remember my flex? I needed to do port forwarding. I wonder if I have to do that for this.
No, not really. It's going on the outside. It's not on your local network. That's what I don't understand. It's weird. I don't know. I would just start from the beginning, reset the whole blooming thing, and then start from the beginning. You're going to have to reconfigure everything. You may want to take some pictures of all of that.
All right, give me a minute. Let me play with this. I'm here listening if anyone comes by.
All right, I'm here. W4D.